So I'm just at Bing Car and we've just had an Audi S3 come in, but this car is actually a stage 2 car, and I haven't driven an Audi S3, an 8P version, for a long time, and I'm actually a massive fan of them. And the reason why, more than anything, that I want to do this video is because I'm curious to know, because I have now got a draggy box that I'm using a lot in videos, I'm curious to know how much quicker a stage 2 Audi S3 is to a stock Audi S3. Before we kick off the video, I'm going to take you for a little walk around our site. It's called Bing Car. We're based in Milton Keynes. I'm going to show you the sort of stuff that we have come in. So we are an auction, okay? We generally just sell literally from scrap to as much as maybe £50,000, sometimes more than that. But generally, the lower end cars, sort of, you know, like that Merc there, it's vinyl wrapped. It's not something that you'd expect to see on a retail car sales, but it's got a good place in the market, okay? That A5 there, it's a later reg car that probably could be on a retail car site. We sell a lot to car traders. That's a 2013 3-litre diesel. That Golf GTI, you probably saw that on my channel recently. It's a quality car, but again, on a retail site, it's not really a retail car, but it gives you an idea what type of cars we have come in, okay? To be fair, all of these ones seem to be quite new, but 11 plate Corsa, Mercedes is at a B class, a bit of damage on the bumper. So we generally, at most really, will MOT a car, that's about it. So we're not like a normal car sales where, you know, we prep things to a high standard, we sell things at a lower price. Every hour on our website, every single hour, every price of every car drops. Every hour, every price drops, and that's pretty much how we work. But just more than anything, I want to show you around the types of cars we get. So we've got this SC2 just come in. I probably want to get out in that at some point because that's a serious looking car. It's actually quite a nice one as well by looks of things, but we're not here to talk about all of that. We're here to talk about this S3, yeah? So we've just had it come in. It is a very stock looking car. It needs a clean. It might well get cleaned before it goes out, but it might sell before it gets cleaned. So again, just putting you in the picture to sort of what type of how we function as a business. If you come around the back, it all looks very stock, doesn't it? So it is a stage 2 car, apparently, okay? The back box does look very stock to me. So I'm guessing if it is a stage 2 car, it should have had some kind of work further down the exhaust, maybe down pipes, somewhere in the middle, maybe a decat, I'm not certain, but it is apparently a stage 2 car. It's running at 320 bhp, and under the bonnet, if I just quickly pop the bonnet, open bonnet, so you can see under the bonnet the engine cover's gone to make way for these silicone pipes, which at the end of these silicone pipes we've got this huge ram air filter. And you can also see that someone's gone to a bit of effort to stop the hot air transferring through to the air filter. And if you come around here, you'll see that they've done it again there. They've put like a heat shield just above the manifold at the back there, just to stop again the heat getting into the air feed for the engine, okay? So that should be like a nice cold air feed, but on a day like today, you're gonna struggle to get any cold air into any engine. So what I'll do is, I'll jump in there quickly. Something I forgot to mention is it is actually a manual, 6-speed manual gearbox, so getting 0 to 60 times out of a manual gearbox like perfectly is sometimes quite a difficult thing, but we'll give it a good shot. I'm sort of hoping it's got a strong clutch in it as well, because S3s, even Golf Rs and stuff like that, they're notoriously got quite weak clutches with manual gearboxes. So be interesting to see how good the clutch is. And yeah, we'll just go for set the cameras up and we'll just go for a little drive and see if we can beat the stock 0 to 60 times, how much quicker it is. Yeah, let's go. Right, so I did just have to go and put petrol in. If you live in Milton Keynes, you'll definitely know this petrol station. There's a McDonald's there as well. Stick that front view camera on, you might just see it in that camera. Yeah, it literally has no fuel in it. Before I kick off the video, I want to say shout out to the guy that we bought the car off, because he come to us to sell it. I didn't actually deal with him myself. His name is, first name only, Andrew. And he come and met my brother Jerome Binker on Instagram, and sold his car to us. And this is exactly the type of thing we like to buy, because it's like I said earlier about the whole how we trade. Binker is an auction, yeah, and this car is done 89,000 miles. We are about to begin to retail cars, like as in offer finance and warranties and that type of thing, as well as a separate business. But this car with 89,000 miles, it's not something you'd expect to buy, and you couldn't expect any car trader to warrant it for a period of time, because, you know, older cars that have done a bit of mileage, they can go wrong. They're more likely to go wrong than sort of cars with low mileage and newer in year, yeah. So but this is definitely the sort of thing that I like to buy. They're things that we're drawn to, things that we like, and there should still be a massive place in the car market for this type of car. It can't be scrapped, can it? It's not an end of life car. It's still got a lot of value, and we do have a lot of this type of thing at Binker. So yeah, I just sort of wanted to get that in there. We sort of sell them below market value as well, and like I said as well, the prices drop every hour. So if you're interested at all in buying a car, then I'm not even doing this as a sales pitch. It is, well, I suppose it is kind of a sales pitch, isn't it? But it's my business, man. I'm quite passionate about my business. I love what I do. I love cars, and you know, we've worked at building this Binker thing for years, and it is really, really good. So if you are in the market and you live local to Milton Keynes, check out our site, Binker, yeah? And I'll put the links for it in the description below. But anyway, you're here to see the S3, aren't you? I've been banging on so much about business that, you know, you're here to see a bloody car. Let's go for a little drive. So what I'll do is I'll go left here. See, when the Audi S3 come out, what is it? They come out in about 2000 and... Do you know, it's not just the S3, but when the new shape A3 came out, they were such a nice car. They were kind of ahead of their time. They looked really good. I think they came out in about 03, 04, the A3s did, and then later on, maybe in about 06, the S3s come out, yeah? And they looked really modern. I remember they'd done that nice orange colour. I loved that colour. There was one actual local to me, I think my friend Shamsor, I think he had that car. I can't remember, it's so long ago. But an orange S3, it just looked amazing. It's got little pops. So it's definitely had some exhaust work, by the way, because I can hear like just a bit more of a different noise. A bit more of a roar, yeah? The S3s, anyway, they come with the S3 steering wheel, with the S3 badge at the bottom. There is the option to get this with multi-functions as well, and then a further option to get it with a flat bottom, which is a lovely option, yeah? Gears, there's a 6-speed manual, which I've already mentioned. Obviously the gear stick looks lovely. I love little touches like that. Obviously this one is a little bit worn. It's done 89,000 miles, which I just mentioned, so expect a little bit of wear here and there, but it ain't terrible. Something I did think when I first got into this car is they don't seem to wear too badly at all. Considering the mileage, now I looked at the bolster, that's the first thing you sort of look at the driver's side bolster to see. That ain't too worn either, yeah? You hear some sort of turbo flutter. That's quite nice. They're a 4-wheel drive as well, so they do put the power down perfectly. It's so annoying because when I do videos with cars that sound nice, the best thing to sort of, obviously drive-by shots are the best because you get a full feeling of the sound of it from the outside looking in, but I'm unable to do that because I'm on my own, yeah? I could do it with like a cameraman standing on the road, so I could just fly past him. But undoing the window generally does give you a good feeling, but sometimes it gives you a lot of wind noise as well. But what I'll do is I'll get the windows open. For now you might get a bit of wind noise, but I just wanted to show you the sound of this car whilst I sort of put some acceleration down, yeah? Have a listen. It just bloody tears. So This is why I love Audi, VWs and that so much, because they're just so bloody good. Germans in general, they do build everything to perfection, and this car I mentioned earlier, the clutches sometimes are quite weak. I don't know if they are on these S3s. I don't actually, I thought they were, but this one seems to be really good. Obviously it's done, again, I'm going to remind you, the mileage is 89,000 miles, middle of the range mileage. Generally by the time any car's got to 90,000 miles, all of the common issues have been sorted. Yeah, that's the standard rule. Unreal. So much fun. Something else I like about S3s is the so bear in mind, I was always a big fan of Audi A3s. I always liked them. 10-12 years ago, I was like 20 years old, and an A3 for me was an amazing choice of car. And when I saw these S3s and I got in one day, I remember looking around thinking, it's got so much more than what an A3's got. It's so much better. It just ticks more boxes. And one of the things that I remember really liking is the dials. That sounds really odd, but I love a little detail like that. It's got slightly sort of grey coloured dials, obviously with the white font I think A3s have got anyway, and the font itself, yeah, it's just, I think it's italic. It's just slightly different to the font that you get on the A3 dials, which I know is stupid, yeah, that's pure stupidness, but here the turbo flutter there. But I just love little touches like that. Power wise, let's talk about that quickly. So a car that I had in mind when I got in this car was the GTI that I sort of mentioned briefly at the beginning of the video, because it is a comparable car for two reasons. One, obviously it's German, you know, GTIs, Golf Rs and stuff are always compared with S3s. Let's get out in front of this car quick. And obviously I drove it recently. Let me do them windows back up now so you can hear me properly. I did drive it recently, and I thought, I wonder how this compares to that Golf GTI. And the Golf GTI kind of offers a lot of different stuff. It's kind of got a different character, a different personality, and obviously a Golf GTI is not as powerful, yeah? These come out of the factory with 275 bhp. I think Golf GTIs are maybe, from memory, I'm terrible, I don't remember things too well, about 220 bhp, so there's a lot more potential with an S3, yeah? Something we should also consider is, this is similarly priced to a Golf GTI. So anyone looking at this car right now, I know a lot of people will be watching this because they're interested in possibly buying one of these at the minute. You might be looking at, I think I would be looking at maybe an FN2 Type R. That's quite a good car with loads of character, and very bumpy down here. Yeah, an FN2 Type R and a Mark 6 Golf GTI. Mark 6 Golf GTI is a good car, yeah? Good car for the money. Personally, I wouldn't have a bloody clue which one I'd go for, because they do offer very different things. Civic Type R obviously is, I think they're a little bit cheaper than these. Naturally aspirated, it's Japanese, very different animal really. I just compared it because it's another sports hatch. But for me, four-wheel drive, tuning potential, Audis are slightly better, I don't know. But yeah, bottom line is, I think Audi S3, we all know they're a bloody good choice of car for the money, aren't they? So let's have a little feel again for power. 3, 2, 1. Well, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut to the scene where we do the 0 to 60, okay? So let's see how much quicker to 60 this car is, statistically anyway, to a stock Audi S3. See, now the problem with performance figures is when you look around at different websites, you get different feedback of what the actual performance figures are. Even with the BHP, some websites say they're 275 BHP standard, some websites say 260 as a standard car. Again, this car hasn't been dynoed. I can't tell you, I've just had to flick through the paperwork in the glove box. There isn't a dyno report, but we're just going to assume that it has had some stuff done under the bonnet. It's definitely had some exhaust work, 'cause it sounds a bit more throaty, and it's got an invoice in there from Revo to say that it's been remapped, so it must be to suit the mods, okay? So I don't want to quote that it is exactly this power and they're this power standard, because things do vary, yeah, we all know that in the tuning world. 0-60 times quoted, again, they do vary from website to website. Manual gearboxes and S-tronic gearboxes, again, they differ as well. I think an S-tronic's about 0.2 of a second quicker to 60, but we're going to go as a sort of an average number of 0-60 in 5.7 seconds. That's what these cars do standard with a manual gearbox. That's picking up numbers from all different websites and going with an average number, yeah? To me, that seems bloody quick. It's going to be a bit of a task for me to get this car to do 60 in less than 5.5 seconds, especially with a manual gearbox, but I am certainly going to give it a go. So we've got draggy set up there, all right? The box is just there, pointing upwards so the satellites can see it. We're just going to turn the traction control off, press and hold it, I think. Press and hold it. It just says ESP switched off. Okay. First gear. Let's get my seat up so I'm on top of the pedals, on top of the steering wheel. Don't really want to do too much of a harsh launch because I want to be nice to the car as best as I can, but let's do it, yeah? 3, 2, 1, go. That was a nice launch. Second gear. Oh, that was a bloody good, that was brilliant. Even for me, that was quite a fast experience. Wow. Missed third gear there. Yeah, I like that a lot. I need to pull over and see the results. That's the bit I'm most bothered about now. So, 1 second. It is an unbelievably quick car. For like, and I say this all the time, mentally you think 320 brake horsepower ain't gonna be quick, but that felt so quick, the way it was just flicking through the gears, it was just, yeah, that was nice, man. That was wicked, I like that. Oh, what? 0-60 in 5.9 seconds. Surely I couldn't have done it any better than that. Let's try that again. 3, rolling a little bit. 3, 2, 1. Maybe 5.8 seconds, slightly quicker. So the summary is, what's the summary? I don't know what the summary is. Boy, that's not the result I wanted, really, is it? To me, it feels like an exceptionally quick car. I did obviously expect I'd do 0-60 in quicker than the quoted times, but for some strange reason I haven't managed to do that. I don't see how I could possibly put this car through any more pressure or any more, what's the word I'm looking for? I couldn't do it. I couldn't do any more. I was pinging through them gears, flying through the rev range. I was right up on the limiter. Don't know, but I think the summary for me with this car is, it is seriously quick. Little bit of turbo flutter, low end. That sounds good. Yeah, I could see myself getting addicted to that. But four-wheel drive, loads of low end power. Nicely tuned, sounds good, looks good, good value for money, and been built by Audi. So yeah, I'm well happy with it, well impressed with it. I'm gonna go park it up now, jump back into the diesel BMW 3 Series that I'm driving at the minute. It's just so dull. I don't know why I've chosen to drive that car, but I am. I might jump out in the ST Focus maybe in the next video, I don't know yet, but if you want to see anything that you saw at the yard today, if you want to see any of that on my channel, do let me know. I'm going to end it here. Thank you very much for watching. If you did like the video, do hit the like button, yeah, that helps me. It helps me a lot because it tells your way of telling YouTube that the guy that does these videos makes good videos. So yeah, do hit the like button if you like the video, hit subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next episode of Diary of a Car Trader, alright? Bye. In the next episode of Diary of a Car Trader, I decided to get out in the Focus ST. It's a stage 2 car, and I'm curious to know how quickly that gets to 60 in comparison to the S3.